You think Elizabeth's gonna be okay?
Sorry we brought you into that.
Yeah, what was
I
your
don't think I
problem
helped
doing
much.
that?
I'm glad we had the backup. Thanks.
Later, Ashley.
Open the door!
Oh my god.
Huh?
Leave me alone!
We're worried about you. Don't you get that, Lizzie? Lizzie!
Don't call me Lizzie. Only Mom gets to call me that.
And what a terrible mansion. Such thin walls.
They're back at it.
This is gonna take a while. Eventually they'll calm down and she'll send me some angry texts.
Want to kill time at Bob's while you wait for those texts?
Sure.
Tommy, shouldn't you, like, get back to work? What was that face that Janet was making?
Is that a typical father-daughter fight? Pretty intense.
Now that I think about it, I guess I'm glad that Dad's absent most of the
The
time.
music player. I think they said they were going to Bob's. I'll catch up with them there.
And I still don't know that Matthew bailed. You think, Ryan's still chilling here? I'm wondering who's been watching us from the cameras. White pole. Another one of these poles I've seen around. It doesn't look like a street light. Is it a security camera? I'm kind of curious as far as, like... Nope. Ryan lives here. Does everyone from JC Valley live around here? I was wondering if we could, like, go back in and if people would be hanging out. Because we've kind of, like, you know, we've had our warpath all the way from the bus stop and haven't really made our way back besides going to the mermaid statue again and presumably back to that clock tower. I was kind of wondering if, like, people still kind of hung out near locations. Everyone's just doing what they're doing. I kind of, like, last time I was here, I kind of, like, went straight to the pictures and wasn't really thinking. I want to just kind of look around to see if there was anything else of interest, like the fact that mermaids love it too. It's a big hit. Staff only.
Nuh-uh.
It's the staff room. I shouldn't go in without permission. It's a cool looking guitar. I'd love to have one of these big amps too. But I can't afford much more than a guitar right now. I'll have one of these someday. Only your dad bought your love. Alright, guys, I stole something.
I can't believe it was inside the music box.
I can't believe she never checked there. Considering she seems to open it often.
Sorry.
Don't worry, it's fine.
Yeah. I'm glad you found it. It just doesn't make sense.
Why would she hide it?
Huh.
I haven't seen Elizabeth cry like that in a long time. Tommy, what did you say to her?
What did I say?
She's like a
I didn't
sister to
think
me.
she'd start crying. And that's not all. You should have heard her. I kept asking why she wasn't coming to practice. And she started spouting off some nonsense. Said she didn't feel like it, that she didn't have any fun singing.
A total lie, obviously. Elizabeth loves singing more than anything.
Loves singing. Can you elaborate on that? I want to know more about her
It
love
was
of
so
singing.
clearly untrue, you know? It made me so mad. I started yelling. I told her to tell the truth.
District Attorney Tommy here to get to the bottom of things.
She got so upset, she started to cry. Guess what she said next? She said that I shouldn't force myself to hang out with her. That she knows the truth and everyone is laughing at her.
What?
What now?
Yeah.
Seems like she's got it in her head that she's a bad singer.
Say what? Where is that coming from?
Right? It's so wrong, it's almost funny.
Please tell me you didn't laugh.
Whoa. You think I'd laugh when a friend's that upset?
Well, you also started yelling. That doesn't seem like
I
a
told her
great
she
thing
was
to do.
off base, but she didn't listen. Her confidence is totally gone. She just started crying.
Unbelievable.
That's how it all went down.
But where'd the rumor come from? Who started
She's
this
not actually
rumor?
a bad singer, right?
What if though?
No, not at all.
What if we listen to it
She
and
has
it's
a
awful?
beautiful voice.
Yeah, she has such a unique sound. It's really cool.
Yeah, the auto tune
But
does a
she's
lot of the
convinced
work,
she's
but
no
it's
good?
really good.
It's super weird.
For real. Totally strange.
Okay, but she loves it though. She loves the singing.
Elizabeth loves singing that much?
Yeah. Ever since she was little. I have this memory from when we were really young.
She said, "I love singing."
She was listening to her
I always
mom's
remember
music
that.
box and humming along. She looked so happy. Sometimes she still does it. And when she does, she looks exactly like when she was a kid. Elizabeth hates people seeing her like that.
I get that.
Like, she loves music. But her mom's singing is special to her.
There was...
Hmm?
She said something else. She said she'd never be able to sing like her mother.
What are we gonna do? We've gotta submit our song to the contest. But we can't without a singer.
Should we just give up?
No way! We're entering no matter what.
Then we've got to get her to practice. She messaged you yet?
Not yet. Which means she won't pick up if we call.
Your song is on this, right?
Yep. Give it a listen.
Okay.
What'd you think?
Oh, we're not gonna get to
I'm so
listen to it.
glad. Actually, I really like it.
We're not gonna get to
I know,
enjoy it.
right?
Gotta
Rad.
use our imagination.
Elizabeth's voice isn't what I expected.
Right? She's like a different person when she sings.
Totally different. It's unreal. I've never heard a voice like that before.
There's something about it. It resonates.
Like you feel it in your heart.
Exactly.
I'm gonna be honest, it probably isn't that good, and that's probably why they didn't actually have a song
Bob's Food Hut?
to use there
Absolutely. The usual?
to say like
You got it.
resonates.
Delivery incoming. Hey kids, I'm heading out for a minute. Watch the diner for me?
No prob, Bob.
Unreliable bunch, the lot of them.
They said they'd do it.
I've got to go. Matthew's waiting at my dad's place.
Don't worry. We'll handle the music player situation.
Sorry for dragging you into this. See you later.
See ya.
I'm glad you guys will handle that situation because I feel like it's a lot less important than Matthew's dad's situation. Again, especially because Ashley decided to put some arbitrary time limit on it. And now she's wasting a lot of that time. Kinda don't blame Matthew for freaking out a smidge bit. I also really expected more to really come from the, going into the mansion, but I guess it's not a big deal. Princess got updated. Yeah, Princess! I'm surprised Princess ended up down there, because I think Princess was like up here before. I thought they would just shift down. Princess belongs to Dan. Dan's related to the band. That's why he's so close. He's gonna be the violinist for the band. Or he'll play like trumpet. Large dog. Seems she hasn't forgotten Elizabeth and how much she loves her. That's cute. If Princess is hanging around here now, it must mean she ran away to see Elizabeth. But like, where did Elizabeth's mom go that the dog was able to run away back here? And Judd was brought up by Richard at some point. But Judd's a big deal. If the person watching from the camera is gonna be a thing, it has to be Judd, because everyone else... The first time it specified that someone was watching from the camera was when everyone was at the campsite, except for like maybe Ryan. He might have shown up later. I don't know. Could be overthinking things. My farthest out there theory is that there's like an AI version of Sayoko that was made from the memories that were like used from another. And maybe that's what we're gonna run into. But again, we really haven't gotten much as far as a proper like story that connects everything beyond just hearing that 5 years ago everything happened. All of the things that have ever happened 5 years ago. There was never anything in between. My main,
Matthew!
Matthew!
Oh?
Maybe he's upstairs. The main reason why I had that Sayoko theory was just, like, what else do you do with memories beyond what was already done in the first game? Like, you know, implanting them into a computer makes some sense. Like, obviously, we have to get back to another once we get to the lab. They did flashback to it a bit at the beginning. Ryan seemed to be involved with that in some capacity because he had memories of it. I'm also wondering if maybe Ashley got implanted with
Matthew?
Sayoko memories, and that's why she's
Not
remembering
here.
stuff that people claimed didn't happen.
Where did he go?
But they could also
His
just be
dad's
lying to
briefcase
Ashley,
is open.
which is the problem, is not
is he
knowing
looking
whether or
for
not
in
things are
here?
lies or not.
This is... Is this Matthew's dad?
That's
And
John
there
Smith!
next to him. John Smith? Looks like that statue used to be a big draw back in the day. Who's that in front of the clock tower?
What?
It's John with that mean old lady from the garden.
What a crazy thing to have in that picture.
Wait, so that means she actually does know him? I bet Matthew saw this photo and went to check it out.
Got Matthew's dad's briefcase. Let me just put that in my pocket again. Just in case. Basically, every time I go into a new location, I'm gonna have to check to see if the origami thing updated to tell me that that location is new. Or like that it's important. So if we go into that old lady's house, gotta double check. Definitely in the clock tower. Once we go into that clock tower, there's gonna be
Matthew.
like 5. Gotta find Matthew quick, but I'm not sure where to look. You like just said. You just said where would be a great idea to look. Like, I'm sure that's just to kind of give me a quick reminder just in case. I'm almost surprised that there's not like a little like circle the area like, huh? Maybe Matthew could be there. Arguably, there's not exactly a lot of locations we could check anyways. If we didn't quite catch the subtle hint of maybe that old lady's got some info. I wonder if John Smith was like, what was Matthew's dad's name? Like, it started with M as well. I don't know why I looked at the map like that would give me a clue. It would be in here. Oh, I didn't even realize that Cat and Outright got a little picture here. That's good. Masterminds? Nani? I was thinking that John kind of looked a bit like Michael before. So, they could be, like, related. I mean, it wouldn't be like an uncle, though, because I think Matthew would know. Matthew would have said that it was the uncle.
Come
I
to
don't know.
think of it,
We got yelled at pretty good the last time we were here. But Matthews did something. Oh, rabbit! That went, like, away real quick. Wow. What are you doing here?
Ashley.
Bob?
Wait a minute, Bob. I want to... Oh! Matthew probably went down there. The rope's come off. The log is loose. That's so dangerous. Someone was walking along all spaced out. They'd fall off for sure. Must have been what happened to Kelly 5 years ago.
Why so surprised? I'm just wrapping up a delivery.
Here?
Yep. She'll deign to eat my food if I bring it to her.
How many places could he really
I just
be
wish she'd
delivering
admit the
to?
salmon rice burger is delicious. What brings you around here?
I'm looking for Matthew. I think he's probably at that at that lady's house.
You mean Charlotte? A word of caution if you're paying her a visit. She has a few rules and can get ornery if they aren't followed.
Rules?
Yep. Rule 1, don't say anything to indicate her age. Don't call her miss, no ma'am, just Charlotte. Second, don't bring up her daughter Olivia, sore subject.
Oh, but I have that as a dialogue option. I gotta bring it up.
And most important, don't even mention the clock tower.
Well, I gotta do that. That's important. The chapter is named after that clock tower, you know. Okay, but the daughter?
Charlotte has a daughter?
A daughter who eloped and left home.
Wow, she eloped? That sounds like something from TV.
You said it. Olivia had been married before. It didn't end well. But she eventually fell in love with someone new. She wanted to get hitched, but her mom put her foot down. Charlotte said the man would break her heart like the last one. But that didn't stop Olivia. She just couldn't stay away from him.
Him. She
They
eloped
wound
with
up
a
eloping and
man?
leaving town.
Wow.
Poor Charlotte hasn't said a word about her daughter since.
Yeah, but she keeps up with her on, like, Facebook, right?
Do you know anything about the guy she ran off with?
Yeah, this photographer who lived by the lake, Gilbert.
Oh, I've heard about him.
Great guy. Sometimes he and Olivia would stop by the diner. It's a pity Charlotte couldn't see him as anything but bad news.
She hates photographs.
Must be the guy who lived in the house Matthew was hiding in. Why shouldn't I mention the clock tower to Charlotte?
It's a real shame. That tower brings up terrible memories.
What terrible memories.
Well, Charlotte's father had that clock tower built. His name was Benjamin. Really knew his way around a clock. Charlotte upheld his legacy by taking good care of the tower. But she had to call it quits 5 years ago. And who could blame her after what happened?
Tell me what happened.
What happened 5 years ago?
Please tell me.
It was a tragic accident. I don't like to talk about it.
God. So, like, what? Did Kelly fall off
In
the
any
clock
case,
tower?
Charlotte stopped the clock and locked it up. That old tower hasn't been opened since.
I'm guessing that's probably what happened.
Thanks, Bob. That's all good to know.
Sure thing. Now, don't forget those rules, okay?
I won't.
Good. Now be sure you and your buddy stop by the diner again.
Like, Ashley, I'm gonna be honest. you probably just want to Google what happened here 5 years ago. You'd probably get a lot more information. They had Google back in the day. Google existed. You could probably find like a news article just about someone. Oh, the dog! Let's check the shed though. No way I'm going in there. I've been yelled at once already. Like, it is kind of frustrating to have everyone be so vague when I feel like it would help a lot. The Graham. The eloped family. Cool. Such a large list of fellas. That wasn't even what I wanted to look at. I want to see if this updated at all. Nah. Okay, like I said, go into a building. Huh? Pupper? Sweet doggo? So, Charlotte, why are you
Do
so
like
old?
that, pretty girl?
Is it because of Olivia and the clock tower?
Hello?
Yes. You again. What do you want now? Is this your dog?
No, but she does belong to someone I know.
You lost girl. You must be. She's been wandering around for the last few days. I could see she was hungry, so I've been feeding her.
Oh!
Princess?
Good pupper.
What is it? What are you doing?
She's telling you to get in the house.
Okay.
Oh, hurry up inside. I'm guessing this one's with you.
Huh? Matthew!
Way to look stiff,
So
Matthew.
this is where you've been.
Did you call her old Matthew?
Apologies, you had to find him here. Of all places.
She's right, Ashley. Don't be rude.
Yeah, Ashley.
Matthew?
What?
I'm so sorry. That's not what I meant at all.
You're just making it worse. It was a joke.
A joke?
Charlotte knows how to joke.
Do you want something to drink or not?
Yo, you have cheesecake? I mean, I see like biscuits on the table, but it's not
Charlotte
cheesecake.
makes great tea.
Sure. I'd love a cup.
Take a seat. I'll be right back.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
So, you were looking for me?
Yeah, you were gone.
Yeah, I was.
Sorry, but I found something. Proof sunglasses guy's involved.
I saw the photo. Did you come here looking for him?
I already asked Charlotte. She said she doesn't know him.
It's a bold-faced lie.
I told her I was sorry for barging into her garden earlier. And once I apologized, she invited me in for tea.
Sounds like you've been busy.
Here you go.
Don't drink it, Ashley. It's poisoned.
This smells great.
It's my own blend.
Thank you. It tastes as good as it smells.
Right?
I would assume if anyone
how
would
you
tell us about
decorated.
5 years ago, it would be Charlotte.
It feels so warm and homey.
I like to make things by hand.
That's not what I
You
said.
made all this? No way. You must be able to make anything you want.
Oh, I've heard that before. This one's father, Michael, visited me years ago. He said the same thing.
You knew my dad?
I mean, based on the picture, I would have assumed that she knew him.
Matthew's dad was here?
Of course. Many times. I knew Michael when he was just a young boy.
Really? Can you tell me about him?
Well, let's see. Michael was quite the troublemaker. I had to shoo him from my garden more often than I cared to.
Like me.
Just like you. But he never grew out of it. Always a troublemaker. He never found steady work, so he spent his days lazing about. I was worried about him, truth be told. But then he went and won the lottery, of all things. That's when he started his resort development company. To think, young Michael, a CEO. I was against it, of course. I didn't want tourists underfoot. But Michael, well, he was desperate to do it. I don't know why. It didn't end well. The town blamed him for polluting the lake. His company was done for. I felt so bad for his poor kids.
I'm just fine.
She
No one
wasn't
needs to
talking
feel
about
bad
you.
for me. None of it was even Dad's fault. The real bad guy did it and blamed my dad.
Is that so? You believe in your father?
Do you know anything about the polluting
Could you
lake?
tell us what you know about the pollution?
Anything at all?
Hmm.
Does it come from the lab, the
That would have been
mine?
about 5 years ago.
Tell me about 5
All
years
the
ago,
hubbub
please, I
began
beg of
when
you.
The resort started bringing tourists. A newspaper claimed the lake was being polluted. You're thinking back? That was quite strange.
What was?
People loved the idea of the resort at first. The town backed the whole plan. And then that article came out. Crusoe Resort was not named as the cause of the pollution. But all of a sudden, folks changed their minds, got angry. They blamed your father's company.
That's weird.
It is. Soon, everyone had turned against Crusoe Resort.
I'm sorry, sir, were you saying that the
Suddenly
article
it
didn't
was,
say it was his
"Protect
fault?
our lake, this, and get out, that." Tourists disappeared as quickly as they had come. I've never seen anything like it. One day, folks supported him. The next day, they were dead set against him. It was eerie. All the while, they acted like they were being downright noble. Phew. They're all newcomers to me. No leg to stand on.
Did you ever think Michael might be guilty?
Not once. We had different opinions about the development, of course. But I know Michael. Someone who would check in on an old lady. That man wouldn't harm the lake for his own ends.
I can't believe she just broke one of her
He was
rules.
never the
What is
villain
wrong
they
with
made
her?
him out to be. If you could remember how he looked at you, such love.
Wait, we've met? You already knew me from back then?
Of course. I met you when you came here with Michael.
Really?
But it seems like you may have forgotten.
You said I came here too, but I don't remember at all.
Weren't you like around with
You
the
were
tree?
just a tiny little thing. I'm not surprised.
I guess.
It was right after my husband died. He was a clockmaker.
She's bringing up the clock
He
too.
had been tending the clock tower, but with him gone, we would have to pay someone to keep it running. Then Michael Crusoe walks in my door, young son in tow.
So that's when I was here.
That's right. Your father was a kind man. He offered to pay for repairs to the clock tower. It was a very generous offer, but, well, my stubbornness got the better of me. I turned him down. Michael said he understood, but he seemed disappointed. He left, but not before having a slice of my raspberry cake.
Did I have cake too?
You bet you did. You were all smiles.
Raspberry cake.
Oh, the memories.
I remember something.
The cake was good.
I had that cake. Dad was there. We left and got in the car. He stopped somewhere. He said he had work and told me to wait. And he gave me a toy car to play with.
You remember all of that?
Yeah, I remember coming here with my dad. And after that, that's all I can remember.
I'm sorry for bringing up those memories.
It didn't
you don't
seem
have
bad.
To keep going.
Yeah, okay.
No, I need to remember. Not being able to remember is why I haven't found my dad yet. At least, that's the feeling I get.
Well, it sounds like those memories go south quick, so...
When was the last time you saw Matthew's dad?
Well, it's been quite a while now.
Yesterday.
I saw him in town during all that unpleasantness. He'd stopped visiting by then. I haven't seen him since all that trouble.
He went missing after that. We're looking for him.
Is that so?
Yeah, I'm gonna find him and prove he's innocent. Ashley's helping me look.
That is quite the pickle.
Now, I want to go to the clock tower to find him.
What did you say?
Oh, you weren't supposed to bring up the clock tower.
No, you're not supposed to bring up the
Oh,
clock tower.
no.
Huh?
Crap.
She's gonna
Why
shoot
do
you now.
want to go to the clock tower? Michael isn't there.
You don't know.
There's something about the clock tower. I feel like I've forgotten something important. Maybe if I remember, I'll be able to find my dad.
Do you really believe that?
Yeah. I'm a little scared, but I want to know the truth.
Charlotte, please, let us take a look. We've talked about it. Facing the truth can be hard, but it's always for the best.
You're pretty determined, huh? Fine. You can look inside the clock tower. However, you're going to need 3 keys.
Gas.
There are 3 keys?
Indeed, there are.
All hidden by a
Each key
riddle.
represents a part of our family crest. A sword, a moon, and a flower. They've been passed down in my family for generations. Members of the Graham family carried each one separately. My father Benjamin, my husband Robin, and my daughter
Alright, so she
Olivia.
just broke all 3 of her
My
rules,
husband
so...
passed away and Olivia left home. Robin used to store things in the tool shed, but I'm not sure where Olivia may have put hers. I guess what I'm
photographer's
saying
house.
is I don't really know where the keys have gotten off to.
So, if we find the 3 keys,
Then you may do as you wish.
Okay.
Ah,
Robin needs to store things in the tool shed, but... I'm really not sure where Olivia's key might be. In case you didn't remember where to look. Yo, you got origami in here? I'm sure Richard showed up in here a couple times. Cookies? The tea and cookies were so delicious. That notepad looked really suspicious, but I think I was just thinking of like Silent Hill 1's save system. I gotta save the game.